Hi guys, welcome to vlog number 9. This is the Three Lochs Coast Drive, just up from the Duke's Pass. So on the Duke's Pass, just past Arrochar. It is freezing cold just now. It's really difficult to find a composition here because there's so much going on. I mean, there's beautiful forest behind me, there's a rainbow over there. I mean, it's picture perfect in so many ways, but for me, it has to have certain elements. It comes into a less windy bit. Yeah, as expected, that was a bit of a letdown. Gorgeous view, but no composition. I did try and shoot the tree with the mountain behind it, but to be honest, the sky is very boring just now. It's just a blue sky, there's nothing really going on. There was some amazing storm clouds coming over, which I was quite excited about, but they don't seem to have came to anything. No, they've definitely not come this way. The rest of the Three Lochs Forest Drive seems to have been closed off now, so I think it's because it's so late in the day. I've come for sunset, so we're going to head to Loch Arklet, which I've been to before, and I know there's a composition there. I've shot it before, but in these conditions it might be stunning, so fingers crossed. We're at the next location, and I had to literally stop the car. Unfortunately, I didn't get to vlog the actual sunset because it happened so quickly. There was gorgeous light about 5 or 6 minutes ago. I managed to catch it, thankfully, but what I didn't get, obviously because I was getting that, was the foreground, so I've exposed the foreground, taking a separate shot. So I'm probably going to have to blend the two photographs together, but I don't know if you can see the background. Gorgeous here. I'm just going to snap while I'm chatting to you. Got a timer on anyway, so that's nice. That might intensify a wee bit, so I'm just going to hang about for any sort of after sunset glows just in case it happens, but there's so much cloud over there. Like we literally drove through a hailstorm, as you saw on the B-roll, and I thought we weren't going to get any light at all because there was so much dark cloud in the roads. And I'm just changing my exposure as the light's changing. At the moment I'm shooting at ISO 80. 10th of a second and F9. Everything else is the same. I've got a polarizer on just because earlier on the sky was incredibly bright and it was gorgeous. It was a lovely orangey glow colour, but I think it's because we just come out of the hailstorm. So they do always say that after hailstorms you will get some spectacular light, and we really did. It was absolutely gorgeous. We're going to head back to Loch Arklet and see if we can get any last light, or maybe bluer light on Loch Arklet, because there's a few wee houses up there with their lights on them, which you know, from the last seascape video, I quite like that sort of stuff. That's the Arrochar Alps, by the way, in the background. You can just see them over there. I don't know their names, there's tons of them. Guys, welcome to location number 2. This is the Campsie Waterfall in Campsie, Glen. We've got here just in time for some absolutely stunning light. The skies are blue, we've got a few clouds in the sky, and I don't know if you can hear me, but the waterfall, there's 2 waterfalls here. We've got the main one, which is there, and this one here, which I'm kind of standing at the top of. Don't know if you can see that on the GoPro though. So I'm going to go in. I've got a composition in mind. I've got 2 actually. I've got a compressed composition in mind, and or a very wide shot in mind as well. I can see loads of compositions here, so we're feeling very fortunate today. So we're going to try and get in the water, get the photograph framed up, and yeah, let's see what we can get. Here we go. I had to go through a wee walk there to get in, but we're in. I'm going to try and wade in as far as I can get, so the sun's just behind me now, so we'll see what we can get into. I got you all wet. Don't know if you can hear me. I'm going to try and speak as close to the camera as I can just now. I'm in the water, getting soaking. It's icy cold, but it's so worth it. We've got beautiful skies with a bit of clouds. We've got a beautiful waterfall. Amazing leading lines using these smaller waterfalls that are running up to the main one. I'm shooting 1/8 of a second, ISO 80, f22 and about ISO 80 to get this shot. There's really not much else needed. I put a polarizer on as well to try and cut out the glare in the rocks, but apart from that, there's nothing else needed for this shot. It's a very simple waterfall shot, and I had to get in the water, raise it up quite high. I'm probably about, well, I don't know, 4 feet to get this one. But I'm really happy with the finished photo, so we're going to try and climb our way back out, but with wet feet, I'm not sure how that's going to go. Right, so I'm back in the studio. It's been a fantastic couple of days. We were out at the Campsie Fells on Monday morning, just checking out the waterfall down there. I've been there many times as a kid and as an adult with a couple other photographers that I know, and decided to check it out today just to see how treacherous it was. We got a heavy dump of snow the other night, and it was still up there this morning, so we thought we'd take a drive up and see what it was like, what conditions were like. When we got there, the sky was blue, a few clouds in the sky, snow everywhere. It was treacherous, so obviously peer pressure, we went down anyway. It's very steep to get down to the waterfall there, so there is a path. Obviously during the summer months and the spring you can see there's a very clear path, but it's still pretty steep. But it's a lovely, enjoyable wee walk. It literally took us a few minutes to get from the car park down to the waterfall. So I've ended up with 2 images from today's video. I've got the one from Loch Arklet. We got there about 10 minutes before sunset, and when we turned the corner, the glow, that gorgeous sort of pre-sunset glow was already hitting the mountains, so we literally had just enough time to pull the car into a lay-by, jump out, get the tripod out, get the drone up, and try and get a couple of shots of it before it completely disappeared. I did manage to get some of that light, so I'm very happy. But there was another photographer there who must have been there for ages, and he must have got some cracking photos, because I know the pre-sunset light was even stronger as I was coming around the corner. So yeah, lesson learned, get there earlier and try and find a decent spot. The one from today was pretty much a kind of standard waterfall picture, but it's one that I've never taken from that angle before, because I've never walked in the river before. I don't know what came over me, but that was it was really good fun. So I hope you've liked the 2 images from today. I'll post them at the end of the video so you can have a proper look at them. Also, I wanted to mention that this week was International Women's Day, and I did a wee bit of research before I made this video, and I was very surprised by the findings. I didn't find a lot of female photographers on YouTube, especially from the UK and Scotland. I found 1 or 2 others. I started a YouTube channel because I followed a lot of other photographers on YouTube, and I found them to be incredibly inspiring, very funny, very humorous. Yeah, so I would like to encourage more women to get out and take photographs. Obviously today you saw my video that I was out with 2 other photographers, and we all have very different styles, we all have very different approaches. One of them likes to do drone photography, aerial sort of shots from above, and the other one likes to photograph abandoned buildings and graffiti artists and grimy stuff. So we've got a lot we can bring to the table as a collective, and I feel like that's the most important thing about our community, is that ability to have a sort of collaborative nature. I think it's fantastic to be able to share photography ideas and techniques and things that you've learned along your journey. So I found this really funny ad. It was a mock ad, obviously it's not real, for a landscape photographer, and this is what they claim you need to have to be a landscape photographer. Must have a love of adventure and nature, check. Skill with a camera and computers, a creative and artistic eye, storytelling and writing skills, a willingness to persist through difficult challenges,
tolerance and enjoyment of outdoor conditions in all sorts of weather, patience and a collaborative personality. I think we could probably agree that we all have those traits, and I think it's so important to just keep inspiring each other, supporting each other, having a laugh with each other, getting out there with each other. So just to mark International Women's Day, I would like to recommend 8 photographers, female photographers who have inspired me. They are Patricia Davidson, LeeAnne Emrick, Robin Black, Jean Day, Perri Schelat, Kristina Wilson, Susan Holt and April Roach, and I'll put their names in the description as well. They have such a wide range of talent, it's fantastic. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. It's been a bit of a mishmash as usual. Join me next week at 6 PM for the next one, and until then I'll see you soon. Bye!